Hey everyone, Neil here from Post to Post. Have a bit of a frustrating topic to talk about today, and it's about Fanatics and maybe specifically the purchase experience from Fanatics, and I'm talking specifically about their website. Now, Fanatics owns other little companies, like Lids, Fans Edge, and some others that have the same inventory. It's just on a different website shell, essentially. But I'm talking about specifically ordering from Fanatics because that's what happened. That's what I just did, and that's the experience that I want to talk about. So I'm going to show you what I ordered, and we're going to walk through the process of the issue at hand. And the issue at hand is that I didn't get half of my order. Okay, so let's just look at the order first. I'll bring this up. Oops, went on my other screen here. Let me bring it over. Okay, so about 2 weeks ago, maybe 2.5 weeks ago, I placed an order for 3 jerseys for a pretty reasonable price. They're just Adidas jerseys. Toronto Maple Leafs third jersey, the black one, the inside out one. Boston Bruins alternate with the B on the front, and then the Calgary Flames home jersey. All were $69 each. So not too bad for an Adidas jersey. And these were ones that I had in my collection that I sold, unfortunately, and I just kind of wanted back. Not so much the Toronto one. I really just wanted a Toronto jersey in general. I don't have one, so I really wanted to get one back into my collection. So it is what it is. And they were having a bit of a clear out sale, so I snagged them. Well, 2 days later, I saw that they actually added more jerseys onto the site for the same price, $69.99. And I saw that the Montreal Canadiens and Toronto Maple Leafs jersey was on there, the away for Montreal and the home for Toronto. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't have an away Montreal. They're my favorite team. I'm wearing it. Hint, I did get this one. If you haven't seen that video, I got it. That's the Toronto Maple Leafs jersey that I wanted, just their home jersey. So it's like, okay, well, I'll submit a second order. That's fine. Here's where things start to go wrong. So the first order with 3 jerseys, that shipped as one package. So one package with the 3 jerseys inside. The second shipping notification I got was specifically just for the Montreal Canadiens jersey. The third shipping notification that I got was just specifically for the Toronto jersey. So there's 3 packages over 2 orders. Okay, now we have that established. Let's talk about package number 1. That was the package with the 3 jerseys, Boston, Calgary, and Toronto. I'll bring up the delivery status, basically, or timeline, I guess is maybe the better word. So we have, as you can see here, I live in Dieppe, New Brunswick. As you can see that it came from Burlington, Ontario originally, and it went, into Quebec. It went into Nova Scotia, Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, and then up into the Moncton area and Dieppe. And it was out for delivery, and then undeliverable, invalid address holding at carrier hub. And then 2 days later, the item was successfully returned to sender. So it went all the way back to Burlington, all the way back to Fanatics. And I never saw it. Okay. And I was like, okay, that's very strange because I've had things delivered here from everywhere. Amazon, Apple, like UPS, Purolator, Canada Post, FedEx, all these companies that deliver, and any company online that I've ordered from and has delivered here, everyone has always been able to find it. I'm like, what's going on here? So I contact Fanatics and I just use like the chat feature on their website, and they said essentially, sorry, we don't know why that happened. It was not deliverable for whatever reason, and we'll give you a refund after we officially receive the package and 7 business days has passed or something like that. You can contact us back after the 7 business days if it's not been processed. And at the time, I'm thinking, okay, number one, you use Landmark Global as your shipping company, whatever. That's fine. I've had things delivered by Landmark before, not at this location, but a different location. But then I noticed that Landmark actually handed it off to a third-party partner, I guess, called Apple Express, a company I've never heard of before. And I tried to contact Apple Express because I'm like, okay, obviously there's, the delivery driver is maybe new or incompetent and whatever. He just couldn't find the address. So I tried to contact Apple Express. Can't do it. I've emailed, I've called. You can't get a hold of them. So I just figured, they made a mistake or whatever, and then life goes on. And I just won't have those jerseys. Not a big deal. So now on to the second package, which is the Montreal Canadiens jersey that I'm wearing right now. So obviously I did receive this. And I was actually outside when the driver pulled up, and car absolutely full of packages. It took him 15 minutes to find the package in his vehicle to bring it out. Very unorganized. So I'm like, okay, here's the issue. Okay, you have people that are not organized, and that's why I didn't get my first package, because he probably whoever it was, just gave up and said, nope, not deliverable. So I got this, opened it on video, as you saw last week. In that video, I stated I have another jersey coming. So I'm still waiting on the Toronto jersey. Well, package number 3 with that Toronto jersey does not show up. Okay, the same thing that happened to the first one address undeliverable, return to sender. That's exactly what happened to the package number 3 with the Toronto jersey. So I'm thinking, that's not possible. If you've not delivered the first package, okay, but if you've successfully delivered the second package, and you're saying you can't deliver the third package, all which have the same address, what's going on here? Like, what kind of courier or delivery service is this? Like, this is ridiculous. I contacted Landmark Global directly, even though they didn't deliver it. They partnered with Apple Express, and Landmark was very helpful, and they basically told me, I'll actually show you the email that they wrote back. I'll obviously cover my address and stuff. But they said that package number 1 had an incorrect address on it. It did not have my unit number. So I live in a like a row of townhouses kind of, and it did not have the unit number. It just had like the street basically. Package 2 did have my unit number. Package 3 did not have the unit number. So that's why package number 1 and package number 3 did not get delivered. The issue here is that the address is exactly the same on my submission order and email confirmation from Fanatics. My address didn't change. So this is a Fanatics mistake. Whoever processed my number 1 package and number 3 package in the Fanatics warehouse or wherever it comes from made a mistake. They didn't put my unit number on package 1 and package 3. So now that I have confirmation from Landmark Global on this, I go back to Fanatics. This entire conversation is a case study in shipping, receiving, and customer service. So let's continue, and I'm going to read you the actual conversation I had with Fanatics. I downloaded the transcript so we could talk about it in this video. I don't have everything, like they're asking my email and phone number and stuff. Obviously, I'm not going to put that on here, but I'm going to give you the good, the juicy part. Okay, so let's go through this one at a time. So they were very pleasant in the first couple of messages. I explained to them what was happening, and this is their first real response. I do apologize that you did not receive your package yet. I apologize that you did not receive your complete package. This is basically the same sentence twice. Like, what's going on here? Is this AI? Like, that's what I'm kind of thinking. Like, what's going on? No worries. No worries. Since you have me on chat, I can definitely help you. Please give me a few moments. No problem. So, very polite and stuff. And then I basically said that, no problem. And they came back and they said, as I can see here on my end, the items are already shipped and you will receive them within the day. If in case the items are not delivered today, please wait for 3 calendar days as our carrier is having a high volume of deliveries today. For the item of the Toronto Maple Leafs Adidas Home, authentic, whatever, it is still in transit. However, you will receive it on or before June 24th, 2025 as the promised delivery date. I'm filming this on the 24th, but yeah, okay. So I replied and I said, the shipping update says otherwise. The package states item was successfully returned to the sender. I also said Landmark Global confirmed with me that 2 of the packages do not have my unit number on them because Fanatics did not include it on the label shipment apparently. They replied and said, please give me a few moments, and then said, I did track your order and I can see that you are actually correct. Yeah, exactly. The items were returned to the sender. The most recent update was June 15th, 2025. So this chat didn't come from today. This chat was like 6 days ago, around June 15th or whatever. Then they went on and they said, I apologize, it was returned to us. Here's what I can advise. Please wait until June 23rd, 2025, until the item has exceeded the 3 calendar days before we consider it a lost package. You can contact us back on June 23rd so we can process a reshipment or refund for the item. Rest assured that I have documented the information here on my end, so if you contact us back, my colleague will know what to do. So I appreciate that, someone who takes notes of the situation, puts it on the file, so the next person, because there's thousands or tens of thousands of people that work for Fanatics, then whoever sees the file next is going to have some context to why I'm contacting them back. So that is important. I appreciate that. However, it's not really a solution. Someone still made a mistake. So my next message to them was maybe a little bit unfair to them specifically. It's not their fault, but I wanted to poke the bear a little bit and get some prompts. So I said, I understand that the automatically returned packages to Fanatics will result in a refund being issued to my account. That is fine, but that does not resolve the mistake that Fanatics made. I ordered products for a reason, and they did not get delivered at no fault of mine or the shipping company. Fanatics made the mistake. How can Fanatics make this right for me? Why would I order from Fanatics again in the future if it's unreliable? Just for some very quick back context here, this is basically issue 10 that I've had with Fanatics in the past 8-9 years, okay? There's always seems to be an issue with an order that I place at Fanatics. Here's a prime example right in front of me. Technically, it wasn't my order. This was actually ordered from Fanatics by a fan and just sent to me. But As you can see this line through the logo? This is like one of the breakaway kind of cheaper jerseys. So it doesn't have the higher quality logo, but you see that line through the logo? That was shipped incorrectly. Well, number one, it was produced incorrectly because it's cheap, because it's Fanatics. But it was also shipped incorrectly. They folded the logo. So that's basically, that's a big issue. Because that logo is folded for life. I've tried to fix that. Can't do it. Can't get that crease out. So just a little context here. This is why I'm making this video. It's not about this one issue. It's about the 9 other issues that I've had leading up to this over the last 9 years. So why would I continue ordering from Fanatics when I consistently have issues? Fanatics is not reliable, and in general, they don't really produce a lot of high quality products. There's a caveat to that, which I'll talk about in a couple of minutes. Let's move on. So they said, I do apologize that you experienced this from us. I would feel the same way if I were in your situation. I apologize for what happened with the items. I understand that the issue you're facing, and I sincerely apologize for any inconvenience caused. At this time, this is the best solution that we can offer on this matter. However, if you'd like, I can escalate it to our support team or supervisor to coordinate further and provide more detailed explanation of the resolution. I don't need an explanation of the resolution. There was no resolution. The resolution was that I have to wait. You made a mistake. You didn't take any accountability to try and rectify the mistake. You just said, yeah, it'll be refunded eventually. That's not really a resolution, okay? That's not really taking accountability. So I said, yes, please escalate this to a supervisor. So I don't have the rest of the chat because I forgot to download that section. But essentially the supervisor was helpful and they had to re-explain the entire thing. So this whole process of talking to these customer service people took about an hour and 20 minutes of the 3 times that I talked to them. But the supervisor did offer a discount code to me, a 50% off discount code on my next order, which was helpful. That's taking accountability. If you're in customer service or if you're running a business and your business or your employees make a mistake, there has to be accountability there. And it can't just, like, sometimes it can be an apology if it's something really small. But if it's a clear mistake that your company has made, customer retention is important. And when you offer a future discount code, that is customer retention. Of course, I'm going to place another order with Fanatics in the future. I have a 50% discount code. That means I can get a Fanatics jersey that's $210 Canadian or whatever it is for like $100. Of course, I'm going to do that at some point in the future. I have that code now. That's what I appreciate. Take accountability of your mistake. But I shouldn't have had to go through this entire hour and 20-minute process. And Fanatics should not be making these mistakes constantly when you order from them. It's more so about Fanatics, the company, not necessarily the specific, I guess, products that they make. It's not all, and that's what I want to talk about just after this. At the end of the chat, you get this thing that pops up, and it says, we firmly believe customer service is a very large part of our relationship with you. What should we have done to improve your experience with us today? Well, there's nothing that you can do to improve my experience with you today. What I need you to do, Fanatics, is improve your business strategy in general when it comes to quality. And that spans from products to shipping department to courier services. Like, they literally use a company I've never heard of. It wasn't their fault that this happened, which I obviously later found out. But still, you're using a company I've never heard of. No Canada Post, no FedEx, no Purelator, no UPS, like no same day. Like, why aren't you using these reliable shipping services? Because you're trying to save money. And that, like, this company is huge. It's a giant monopoly, but it's still using the cheapest possible shipping methods and stuff. Of course things are going to happen. Of course things are going to go wrong. So if you want to know what I think that you should do to take a customer experience seriously, invest in quality products, shipping services, and employees, and anything else that you can possibly improve to increase the customer experience. Now, I want to talk a little bit about products. We did talk about this. This is a Fanatics breakaway jersey, okay? Very low quality, would not recommend, all right? I don't personally like these jerseys. I think they're like $150 or whatever. Behind my head, somewhere, where is it? Over here, there are 2 Fanatics jerseys that are premium. We just unboxed those on the channel if you want to go check it out. Those didn't come from Fanatics. They came from Cool Hockey, but they're Fanatics jerseys. They're basically the Adidas jersey. This jersey that I'm wearing right now carried over into Fanatics, and they are producing basically the same jersey. So if it's a Fanatics premium jersey, like the one's hanging back there, which is similar to the Adidas jerseys here, that's fine. That's totally fine, okay? Those jerseys are great. More than happy to buy those. However, I wouldn't buy them from Fanatics. Does that make sense? I'd buy the Fanatics product, but I wouldn't buy from Fanatics. But I wouldn't buy this Fanatics product from anyone, this breakaway jersey. I want to talk about hats a little bit very quickly. And I don't have all negative things to say. I'm going to be very fair here. This is a Fanatics hat. It is a flex. It's called a flex Fanatics. Just regular hat. It's more rigid up here. It's pretty loose back here. I really like this hat. It fits great, and the quality seems pretty good. I've had this for probably about 3 years now, and I've wear it lots in videos and stuff. It's very comfortable. I like this hat a lot. This is a good product by Fanatics. I would say that. This product is also from Fanatics. It's a hat. It's the Washington Capitals Reverse Retro 2 hat that matches the jersey. Love that it matches, and this doesn't actually have like a series name. It just says Fanatics on the inside. But this is probably the most uncomfortable hat that I've ever worn in my entire life. I can tell that it uses like super cheap, like you can still see the fold line here from where it was, like look, that's still from when it was delivered. Like it won't go away no matter how many times I wear this hat. It's just so rigid this feels really cheap, and it's, I don't know, I don't like that hat. That Fanatics hat is not great. It's very uncomfortable. Here's another Fanatics hat. This is from Reverse Retro 1.0. Ooh, RIP. Coyotes. I mean, this is a authentic pro Fanatics hat, as you can see in there. I'm not sure if it will focus, but this hat is actually pretty comfortable. I like this hat quite a bit, and yeah, same. It's very similar to the first one, except for different material up here. But this is a good Fanatics hat. Here's another Fanatics hat. This is from the Stanley Cup Final in 2018. I got this at the T-Mobile Arena. It's got the patch on there. Golden Knights, Washington Capitals. And this I don't think is branded either. I think it was like a one-off one. This hat's okay. It's not too bad. So overall, I think Fanatics does an okay job in their hats. They're definitely not my favorite hats. New Era makes the best ones, but Fanatics makes okay hats. These jerseys that Fanatics actually produces, not good. The breakaway ones. The carryovers from Adidas, totally fine. So it's very hit or miss when it comes to Fanatics products. However, the message I'm trying to convey here, and the decision that I've made, is that I will make one final order from Fanatics because I have the future discount code. After that, I am not making a regular order to Fanatics ever again because I'm tired of the constant issues that I have with Fanatics orders being delivered, some things being folded, things being missing, packages literally just going lost and not even being returned to Fanatics. They just don't show up. All these issues that I've dealt with over the years. Fanatics, I'm done. I'm done ordering from you. I'm done ordering from the NHL shop because that is procured by Fanatics or controlled by Fanatics. Lids, same. Not ordering from Lids anymore. Not ordering from Fanatics.com. Not ordering from Fanatics.ca. Fans Edge as well. All these stores or companies that are owned by Fanatics and have the same warehouse and the same products and are shipped from the same place, I'm not ordering from them anymore. I'd rather not have the jersey than have to deal with a customer service issue and follow up and try and get a resolution for a mistake that they made. So all that to say, I can recommend you not do the same. I can recommend that you not buy from Fanatics. However, there are people out there who have ordered from Fanatics and have a great experience, no issue at all, and I completely understand that. I'm not demanding that you don't order from Fanatics anymore. I'm just saying don't. If you really want your order to go smoothly and successfully and reliably, don't take the risk with Fanatics. Just get it from somewhere else, even if you have to pay a little bit more. Maybe that's the message. And I've learned the lesson after 9 years of crap from Fanatics. So that's how I feel about the situation. Don't order from Fanatics, order from elsewhere. But you can order Fanatics products. Just get it from elsewhere. That's really the message that I've decided for myself anyway. And I have a YouTube channel, so I'm talking about it. So now comes the fun part. Now comes the part where I'm hoping you take a couple of minutes down below in the comment section where I can hear your experiences. Maybe you've never ordered from Fanatics and maybe you're a little bit scared now, or maybe you don't care and you're going to order anyway. But if you have ordered from Fanatics, I would love to hear your experience down below, even if it's from the NHL shop, Lids, Fans Edge, whatever, all these companies that are controlled by Fanatics and have the same inventory and same shipping. If you've had a poor experience, let me know down below in the comment section what it was, what happened, what was the resolution. Or if you've had a good experience, let me know down below in the comment section. I'd like to know that as well. So yeah, if you've got a couple of minutes, I would absolutely love to hear your experience. So thank you so much for watching this video. It was a bit of a rant. Every once in a while, it's good to get a rant video out. Okay, it gets a little stress off the shoulders, but it was pretty fun nonetheless. So I got a jersey. I don't have 4 jerseys that I ordered, but I got 1 jersey that I ordered. So better than nothing, I guess. So anyways, have a nice day. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. We'll talk to you in the future. Adios.